Previously on Lukie at the Links, Baylands Golf Course in Palo Alto, California. Really nice course, actually. So the 10th hole looks like this, and it's kind of a traditional longish par 4 where it's very open and it's very inviting. You got some trouble to your left and trouble to your right, but there's a lot of room to hit the ball in the field of play. So I stood over this one, got it out there. I feel like I'm driving so much better these days. I'm excited to show you guys my new golf footage because I've been improving. Hit it out, had this iron. See, there's a bunch of these hidden bunkers out in this fairway, so I hit it pretty good, but I blocked it to the right. Didn't quite have the yardage. This was into the wind. You can't see where I'm going just yet, but I hit a little 8-iron bump into this green, and it went really, really long. These greens were rock hard, and it was also kind of tricky to play a lot of these shots. Not my best effort here, but I did make this lazy comebacker. That was a really long putt, to be fair, and these greens are pretty incredible, but they're also very, very long, and it requires a lot of creativity and shot making. Now this was cool because if you look to the left, there are two ladies going, and I crushed that drive. I was like, whoa, and they complimented the drive.
Thank you.
Got it out there. This is probably one of the holes that I remember the most because you have an open fairway. So the drive is one thing. So they want the course design, it's almost like they want you to get out in the field of play. But there's 3 bunkers and slope as you go into this green. And it's a very difficult shot. I didn't hit this iron all that well. I also misgauged the distance, came up short. But I didn't end up in one of these bunkers. And I was totally happy with that because these bunkers were tricky. Not the best angle here. It actually, when you see this shot, it's going to look way better than it turned out. I was trying to bump it up there. And from where I was sitting and from where this camera is, you're probably going to say, wow, that was a good shot. But when you see what I had to putt, I still had to give it a go. Didn't quite get it. I kind of hit opposite shots. If I had to combine those 2 shots on the opposite holes, I would have had really good shot making skills. The 12th is a really, really unique hole. It's a very open championship, United Kingdom, Ireland course. If you look, there's that big pot bunker. Once again, mishit my iron, came up short, had to fly it over the pot bunker, and then just really land it close. And I was really impressed with this. I'm sorry I didn't get the pin in, but I really, really hit a studly shot. I hit it to right there. That's good money. The 13th hole is a pretty cool hole. I'm pretty much a huge fan of par 5s because I really like hitting fairway woods, and it kind of gives you a chance to just end up with a wedge in your hand, which is something I've been working a lot on. Once again, very open fairways. You have a bunker to contend with, but really you can bomb this fairway wood out there as well. There's not a lot of obstacles that come into play. And then from that shot, I was left with this very, very tricky. This is probably about 60, 70, 80 yard shot. It's a very delicate shot because if you miss any different direction, short, left, right, you're going to be in a bunker. I really hit that well. I gauged it well. I put it to right there. This isn't a competition. I will just take that because that was a lot of work. That was about a 3-footer. And so this is, I would say, a signature hole, the 14th. Although when I was playing it, I didn't know that. And I honestly didn't know where I was going. Came over the top. That's so depressing to look at in hindsight. This is where you're going. I totally didn't know where I'm going. So that mound is where, behind that is where the flag is. I barely stayed in play. I had this essentially a 20-degree hybrid, this ping hybrid that I love hitting. I really hit it well. Hit it really good. Hit it over that mound, and I was so confused where I was going. And it turned out great. It was right on line for the pin. And I had this really long putt to go for a birdie bid. But if you look at the surroundings of this, you got hidden greens, you got nice slopes. It's very fun, and this is a course that I wish was my local municipality, because there is a lot to learn about this course, and there's a lot of shot making. Tapped in for par, but on this type of hole, I'm very happy with that. This hole haunts me, and I definitely want to get back to it. It was a very short hole. I've been trying these knockdown shots. I think after about this round, I gave up on the knockdown. I got it in play. There's a lot of bunkers. It's one of these classic golf architecture holes where there's a lot of bunkers that control or surround a close par 3. I didn't document the bunkerage that well. You can see how the wind's just blowing in my face. And this is just what I got to work on right now. I try to be aggressive, try to get 2 birdies in 3 holes, and then I really just struggled just to get that par, although that was very risky doing it like that, because that's not what you want. Next hole, we get off the tee. Looks like I really, really liked it. And a lot of these holes kind of look the same, but when you're out there, it's very subtle how the sand is, and the wind really affects the course. So the wind really affects ball flight and where the ball goes. So got it out pretty good. It looks like I had a wedge in. I remember coming up short. And this does haunt me. I do remember this because I just didn't hit this the way I wanted to hit that. And then I was left with a long putt, and that's just not what you want to do. I hit a good drive, I had a wedge in my hand, and then you just kind of screw it up on what I deem to be my better part of my game. But this is one of the coolest moments of my life. Completely blind par 3 into the wind. I have my favorite club, my 16-degree TaylorMade Rescue my grandfather gave me. I hit it about as good as I could. I had no clue where it went. This is what I was hitting over. I assumed I was probably short because that's what's happening to me all day. And a guy was in front of me, and he told me it hit the pin, and that counts as a hole-in-one. So that was really, really jarring that happened, and it almost seems unbelievable. So I got a hole-in-one on that hole. 18th hole coming home is a par 5. We got out here. I put on my face mask because they were pretty strict about observing COVID rules. Hit a good 3-wood, but then I got there's this tree that guards a direction of the fairway, and I had to hit a knockdown. I believe I did hit the knockdown there, so I got it under the tree. But this course, my inexperience with these greens really cost me probably poor technique, but I just could not keep anything within 4 or 5 feet. I have this putt coming back to salvage a par, and I just misread it. I misread it the whole way, and that's my round. So that was the back 9 to this course. If you want to see the front 9, be sure to go back in our videos and check out the front 9 from earlier this week. And also be sure to like, comment, and subscribe to all of our videos.